Welcome back to my Space Engineer Survival Series. This is your host, Ego Kitten 7770. This episode is going out in memory of my mining ship that exploded in this clip. Still tears me up inside that I blew my ship up. But I know that in this episode, I'm going to rebuild it bigger and better than before. So let's get into that video. Alright. I've gone over my footage. I know how to build this thing back up again. I'm going to change things up a little bit. I'm going to push the cockpit out by 1 block. Actually, I've pushed the cockpit out by 2 blocks. That way I'll have more room on the ship. So my previous design was 3 blocks on the cockpit, and then I started the H2O2. This time I'm going to do 5 blocks, and the H2O2 will be on the same front of the ship. This will open up an additional 2 slots, 2 blocks on my ship design. I got some plans for those 2 blocks. Yep. So, I don't like how on this cockpit the large port is on the bottom of the ship, because that means I have to use the small ports for the H2O2. I'm not quite sure how to get around that. I mean, I could put the... There are ways I could go about doing it. I could put the connector directly below and slap on a large cargo and just change up the whole design. But I'm not doing that. I might make, in the future, if I ever get to space, what are they called? Ion thrusters? Ion thrusters from mining ships. So, instead of using armor, I'm using conveyors, because they're a little bit more durable. They can take a few more hits before they're destroyed. And a storm's blowing. So, there's my cargo container. I gotta get the foundation sorted out. I just hit the screenshot key by accident. Oops. Get this down. Make it flush with the cockpit. I'll maybe add some to the cockpit. Or... no, that won't work, because then the thrusters will have just a connection on the cockpit and nothing else holding them. Though light armor doesn't really hold anything too well. But it would be an extra point of contact for adding when I add the thrusters on. Ooh, wait. I'll have to drop the thrusters back anyways, because I'm planning on putting an extra set of drills on this one. So it will have 3 drills, which means it will need more thrust to lift with. And I'll really have to watch my resource collection, because I'm going to be filling up much faster. As with the other miner, I'm putting 4 gyroscopes on this. I'm placing the cargo container on the back, the same as the other one, so I'll have 1 horizontal cargo container, 1 vertical cargo container. It seemed to work pretty well. In that extra 2 block opening, I placed an additional 2 small hydrogen tanks. This will give me twice the reserve fuel for my engines. And in this extra spot, I will put a few more small batteries. And there's gonna be, let's see, I haven't quite worked out where I'm gonna put the small grid large batteries. One's still gonna go on the back. I'm thinking I might actually pop on another 2 more on maybe the small tanks. I'm still fiddling with that idea. Let's get this connector welded up. But yeah, it's just about done now. I clipped it away. I put 2 small cargo containers on this ship. They're not piped up, they're just there to fill space and to balance the ship out. And for my last design, I know I'm using "and" a lot, I'm trying to not think of that, but I'm trying to think of things to say. Anyways, these, I didn't have them armored, so when they got damaged straight up with nothing blocking them. This time I'm adding at least a half armor slab to the top for a little bit more durability, and try to, in a way, I'm going to try to prevent a further explosive result for crashing this thing. Hopefully I won't crash it though, but we'll see how it goes. It's got more thrust forward, reversed, back, and up. Forward, reverse, back, and up. I said that so wrong. But yeah, it's got more thrust on it, so it could go faster. So right now, I've got 3 large small grid batteries on this. I've got 2 on the sides and 1 in back. This is just a stress test to see if I can, not a stress test, this is a silica run, because I don't have a source of silica found nearby. I just have to get it from rock. I ran out of plates on welding the cockpit, or I ran out of glass when I welded the cockpit, so I just need to get 3 more bulletproof glass and the cockpit's done. I also need to land this down to get, I want to have a little bit more charge on those batteries before I take it out for a stress test. Those thrusters are going to be eating up the battery like crazy when I get enough weight on this thing to really weigh it down. So I'm going to wait till night, or it will be about nighttime by the time this thing's charged. And in the meantime, I'm going to be drilling down that cobalt boulder off camera and getting down to the ice. This thing doesn't quite handle like my old mining ship. It's also boxier. I'm not quite happy with the box look, but if it functions better, I'll keep it like that. Though I do want to get some more armor on that battery. It's quite well exposed. Alright, hand drilling done, and I did a lot more hand drilling than I thought I was going to do. The cobalt marker is completely gone, it doesn't even show up anymore. I noticed with the stone that this thing fills up really fast, and I was hoping for that. I'm hoping to stop this at about 160. Because the tails, they get really, really extended. They get to their maximum, you see them, they're moving out further and further, getting closer to their maximum extension. And that means I'm at max. And I went over my max. I'm at 63,000 and I'm still able to lift off. So that's a lot. Well, it's the next morning. I got sidetracked with this unknown signal that is rolling down the hill uncontrollably. I thought it was stationary. Is it rolling at me? It's rolling at me. Well, Okay, I'm not quite sure what is up with this particular unknown signal. It seems to be running away from me. Uphill. Okay, it is running away uphill. Up. I think I killed it. Nope, it's still going. What did I kill? Is it dead now? Okay, I think this time it's dead. It's starting to slow down. Okay, I think I got it this time. What did I blow up, though? See a lot of scrap on the ground. I blew off some armor right there. Uh-oh, that looks like the armor that surrounds the cargo container. Oh, I blew up the cargo container. Oh, yeah, it's dead this time. I can move up. Let's make sure it's dead, though. I'm going to fire a few more shots. And nope, it's still moving. How durable is this thing? No! Oh! I blew up the button. And it's still going. Nope. Wow. I had over 200 rounds before I landed. Yep. Yeah, I think I got it this time. I killed the sensor. Yay! I think that's the first time is that the first time I've used my rifle in this series? Oh well. Well, I'm coming up to the end of it. I've got my clock up there, my faction symbol, it's snowing. And I have my fuel gauge up there. This is towards the end of the video. I have a little extra clip after this outro. This is now pressurized right here. I've got this. I don't have an airlock going out. I'm thinking I'll put like an offset door in here for an actual airlock. So that part's pressurized. This area is still not pressurized. I can't figure out where the leak is at, but I'm thinking it has something to do with where the wheels connect into the armor. I don't think that seals right there. Got both the gyros lit up. I got lighting in here. I've taken out the solar panel. They weren't charging. I'm not getting enough sun down here. And I have installed turrets. I've got a large turret on the front and the back. Interior turrets on the sides. Because I haven't quite figured out how to pipe up more large turrets. That's going to about do it for this video. I'm going to do a little circle around so you can see it. I've colored it. I've changed up a few things on it. It's very cold out here. My armor is freezing up on me. And that's going to be about it for this section. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe. There's my ore detector. Alright, these are the mods. I'm currently experimenting with the backup mode. Well, with the backup file of my save game. As you can see, I'm experimenting with quite a few of them at current, and I got quite a few more that I could install. So, I'm hoping to be at a state where I'm stable and able to get these in on the main game. When I get these on the main game, things are starting to get a lot crazier. I'm going to have more enemies spawning on surface. That's the air one. I've got surface one for on the surface and the air. And it's just going to start getting crazier. This is where I'm really going to need my base built.